Greetings, citizens of Northreach. It's me, King Gorin, coming to you with Digital Bring It In number 2. As I stated in the last video, I'm going to do my best to keep these short, so strap in. Here we go. Item number 1, food fight. It's going strong, guys. I hope you're paying attention to those auctions, and I hope that you're getting your bids in so you don't miss out on your favorite item. I want to say you guys are doing an amazing job supporting what is probably the biggest community outreach program that all of Amtgard has, and Northreach is poised to make a very strong showing, and I appreciate each and every one of you for how much you're putting into this this endeavor. So stay on top of the food fight, help out with your local food banks, volunteer, donate, bid on auctions. Just make sure you communicate everything that you're doing to Mara so that she can track all of it and report it to Amtgard so that we can get recognized for it. Number 2, mid-rains are coming up. Make sure you're paying attention to your calendar. Those should all be up to date. Your regents are working very hard on getting that information inputted so that you guys can keep track of what's going on and participate as much as you want to. Speaking of as much as you want to, Tour de North is happening again this year. Hars is spearheading that, and he'll be traveling or leading a caravan that will be traveling throughout all of the different regions and their mid-rains. So if you want to jump on board with that, it's a lot of fun, and everyone seems to enjoy it every year. So I recommend that you get out there and travel, see the rest of Northreach, and celebrate their mid-rains. Dungeon crawl. Let's talk about that a little bit. So we've got bids going on. We're looking for an autocrat, we're looking for a dungeon crat, and we're looking for a party planner. So if you're interested in doing any of those things, please make sure you get your bid in before the end of the month so that the COC can review it, and we can make appointments as necessary. So get your bid in if you want to do that. Make sure you're very detailed. Give yourself a really good chance of being selected by giving us as much information to look over as possible. We have an all thing coming up on the 30th. Right now there's only one thing on the agenda, and at that all thing I will be asking the kingdom to allow me to pilot an online all thing for the months of November and December. We talked about that during the campaigns. It was one of the things I promised we would try, and we talked about it during my last Bring It In. I think that there's a lot of value to it. I'm going to post a big sort of narrative of why I want to do it, what benefits I think there are, what drawbacks I think we might run into, and in the exact wording that you will be voting on. So look for that here this week, and that's the only thing on the agenda so far. It could make some really big differences for us. It could be sort of a trend-setting thing for our kingdom, but look out for it because it's coming up. I've remodeled the webpage, or updated it a little bit, I guess. Made sure that our corpora and everything on there is correct. I've updated the calendar. There's also a countdown clock to dungeon crawl, so you guys can pay attention to that down to the second if you want to. One other thing that I've added to the website is a volunteer opportunities announcement section. Basically, it's like a place you would go to find job openings for Northreach. So anytime we're looking for a position to fill, you can find it there. There's also a place where you can sort of apply online for those positions. There are several positions on there right now, including Jugging League Commissioner, Phoenix League Coordinator, as well as some other positions I'm going to talk about here in just a second. But take a look at those if you're interested in volunteering and you feel like any of those jobs sort of speak to you and you want to jump on them. I've created a new guild for the organization that some of you may be interested in, and I'm calling it the Spiders Guild, or the Guild of Spiders. And this guild will represent all of the people that moderate our forums, help put together, run, or moderate our Facebook groups, help develop or maintain our website, etc. All the guys that help with our online resources or our electronic assets will be members of the Guild of Spiders. And they will be led by the Guildmaster or Guildmistress of Spiders. So there's details on that on the website as well under the volunteer opportunities. So take a look at that. If you've got a background in social media, or forum management, or web development, take a look at that because we could really use your help. Season passes. So we talk about that every year. As you guys know, well, some of you who are new may not know, we move indoors in the wintertime because it's too cold and windy and rainy and snowy and all that garbage. We move indoors, and those indoor facilities cost money. And in order to try and cover some of the rent, we charge a site fee for some of our regions, and that site fee is usually $5. I know it varies at some of our other chapters, but $5 is what it normally is. At the beginning of the indoor season, we offer what's called a season pass. This year, we're going to do 2 different kinds, and the season pass will allow you to basically prepay your site fees at a discount. So there will be a regional season pass, which will apply only in your home region, and there will be a kingdom-wide season pass, which will apply no matter where you travel to, and in those cases, you wouldn't have to worry about site fees at all. Based on the number of weekends that we plan to play indoors, if somebody were to go to every single weekend for their home region, it would cost them approximately $155 in site fees. And if they were to travel to 2 regions every weekend, then that would come out to $310. So right now, we're offering a regional season pass for $120, so you get $35 off, and a kingdom season pass for $220, which is $90 off. Pretty good deal if you can play a lot of Amtgard. Keep in mind that dividends are coming out in a couple weeks here. That's a really easy way to just pay for all your site fees at once and then just never have to worry about them again, and you get a discount. So look for that. That'll be up on the web store this week. Yeah, it's a great way to do that. So the last thing I want to chat about is I want to discuss starting a conversation. So across the country, there's been a lot of talk about the fighting culture in Amtgard and how our women members interact with that fighting culture and how it interacts with them. And that conversation's gone off in all kinds of different directions. But I think that there's a lot of value to be had in sort of talking about that as a general topic and seeing if there aren't things that we could do better in that area. There are a couple of kingdoms that have named October as Women Fighters Month in order to kind of just put a focus on the topic and hopefully start some conversations that will then last, throughout the year and help us identify ways that as an organization we can better support the women in Amtgard. So what I'm asking you, women of Northreach, is this a conversation that you are interested in having? And would something like having October be Women Fighters Month and putting a focus on that topic, would that be something that you're interested in? So please PM me, send a message at the bottom of this video post, or shoot me an email, or start a whole nother conversation somewhere else to let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. Because as your king, I want to support you, but I don't want to, push anything down anybody's throats that they're not interested in participating in. So reach out, let me know what you want, and I will do my best to support that. Those are all the things I've got for you at this Digital Bring It In. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you in a week.